I'm going to ask you a simple question.
I don't agree with just rewriting histories of these things.
I am going to ask you a very simple question. Who the hell cares about She-Hulk?
Who the hell cared about Iron Man?
What? Are you out of your mind?
What's up?
Look, I mean, look, the Black Panther situation. I actually have you seen the I mean, look, first of all, I think obviously because of how shocking the thing that happened with Chadwick Boseman was, I actually feel that it's one of those weird ones. Like the fact that we're talking about Blade 2 we're talking about Black Panther 2 so close to when he died is a bit weird for me.
They were planning on shooting.
No, I know. I mean, listen, I would have just postponed, man.
Cost them money.
I know. It's capitalism. I know. But I'm just saying, the ethically, like what I would have done is just say, just we're going to take a few years, man. Just put it on ice for a while. Just
that
to get...
Make any sense to me.
Yeah, to me, man, look, man, because, this was a tragic situation. That's just my...
Yeah, but it's not like a rare one. Actors have done roles and have passed, and they cast them as other people. They do, which they're not going to do here, which I think is very good. They're going to make it a more organic transition. I think that's better than just recasting. And I think that's honoring him. But, if they had set up to shoot the film, that's people die in the middle of shooting things. And they didn't.
No, I know that. I know. I'm just saying that obviously because of how tragic this was and, he'd been making these films, making movies while he was ill and he didn't tell anybody and just the shock of it. Look, fine. They're doing it. So, that is by the by. They're making the movie. And the thing was that they were talking about Letitia Wright taking over his role as Black Panther and
Suri was arguably the most popular character to come out of that franchise. She was right behind him. People loved her.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I thought Killmonger personally, but Killmonger was my favorite character for many reasons, which I won't go into here. That being said, so they were talking about that because they said that M'Baku or whatever his name was, or her, were going to be Black Panther. And they said that maybe doing both of them at the same time, that they'll both be Black Panther. That's what I heard. And also, listen, the reason why is that they wanted to make a woman Black Panther and give it to her, right? But then they were like, well, we don't have a lot of black male leading superheroes. So it'd be unfortunate when you've just got one, to immediately take it away. And then you go to a black woman. So it would be good to preserve the male Black Panther and have a female Black Panther as well. So I was like, okay, I don't know what...
Don't do both. Having both is silly.
So what did you say makes sense then?
Huh?
What did you say makes sense?
Well, in that case, what I would do, because I do think I do get the argument about it would be kind of messed up. Like you get one black superhero and then black male and then he's gone. For my money, it's just give it to make it another guy. Pick one, make it organic, write it well. And you need to bring Storm out here with her own film. You need to cast She-Hulk. She needs to be cast as a black woman. You're other people.
Look, personally, I'll tell you something. For me, I don't agree with She-Hulk. I don't know whether She-Hulk was supposed to be black because I don't like this whole when a character was inherently or there was created as a white character, then you just be like, oh, you know what? Let's make her black. Or make him black. I don't agree with that personally.
I guess I don't know that much about the origins of She-Hulk.
Yeah, no, who cares about She-Hulk? Who reads She-Hulk?
I don't agree with just redoing things. But did she turn from human being? Was she always green? I didn't know. I'm
going to ask you a simple question.
I don't agree with just rewriting histories of these things.
I am going to ask you a very simple question. Who the hell cares about She-Hulk?
Who the hell cared about Iron Man?
What? Are you out of your mind? What? Iron Man? What?
I didn't know people were clamoring for an Iron Man.
Oh my goodness. Iron Man was one of not one of my favorite, but it was definitely a comic I read a lot when I was younger, and a lot of people read Iron Man. Iron Man had proper fans. Are you going to compare?
No, Iron Man has proper.
No, listen.
Nobody was clamoring for an Iron Man.
You're comparing Iron Man to She-Hulk.
They're not on the same level, but my point is that nobody was clamoring for an Iron Man film, but it came, and Robert Downey Jr. was so dope that suddenly it was like,
man. Iron Man, when I heard the announcement of Iron Man, there were a lot of very excited people, myself included, because of the idea of seeing Iron Man as a movie. Like, that is something guys wanted to see. Big time. Like, Iron Man. Hulk, when it comes to Marvel, there's X-Men.
Me and my
there's Hulk.
Nobody's ever had a lot of love for Iron Man.
I don't know who are you hanging out with? What kind of people are you hanging out with?
Better people than you, my friend.
Listen, man, the fact that we're talking about, all that I have to say about this is that the fact that we're talking about She-Hulk and you connected that with Iron Man as far as people not caring about the movie coming out.
Anticipation of the film.
That's like it was way more.
The popularity of the characters is different, but other than another character of popularity, Storm is the only one I can really think of.
Well, you mean in Marvel or in general, black superheroes?
Marvel.
Oh, yeah, Marvel. Look, they have hardly any black people. It's like of note, like, to be honest, when you think about Marvel, like, who do they...
Outside of the X-Men.
Blade, what I'm saying is that even in X-Men...
I think the Avengers never had a Negro. I think, maybe Luke Cage was part of it.
They had some... Listen, what I'm saying, they've had black people, but I'm saying that they were never big deals. Like, they were never, like, tentpole characters. There was this guy called Forge. Have you heard of Forge? Forge. He was an X-Men. He was a guy who used to make weapons.
Yeah, but Forge is Native American.
No, Forge.
Are you talking about Bishop? Are you talking about?
Or maybe it's Bishop or Forge.
Yeah,
Is it Bishop or Forge?
Forge was the guy he was an engineer. He was like a genius engineer. He was white or maybe Native American, but Bishop was black.
Okay. Anyway, look.
Had a mullet.
There you go. The point is that these guys are so minor that I can't even remember what. Like, I just remember that. Oh yeah, there was this black guy. There was nobody of the level of Captain America, Iron Man, bloody none of that. You'd have to even go to DC to start getting some John Stewart and whatever and Green Lantern, and like you got some like more, because John Stewart as Green Lantern, I remember that run. Like I was like, okay, this was a main guy. Like it was a main Green Lantern for a period. What I'm saying is that
he was a Green Lantern.
Yeah, he was this is the thing. Hal Jordan, right? So when Hal Jordan had his run, he was the main guy. Like when I'm saying main guy was what the comics was built around. When John Stewart came,
one of those characters that the Green Lantern power transfers from person.
Yeah, but at least he had a run. Like John Stewart, like he was a proper like guy. What I'm saying is that in Marvel, you had Blade, Luke Cage, like these are not like super level guys.
No. Black Panther's the only other guy.
How big was Black Panther back in the day? Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only other guy.
Yeah.
And I never even read Black Panther.
I never read Black Panther. Listen, they called him, once I saw the name, they called it Black Panther. I'm like, this to me, this is ridiculous. Why does he have to be called Black Panther? Like, why can't he just be called Panther? Why did I know? Hey, by the way, Black Panther. You couldn't just call him Black. Just call him Panther. Panthers are black, generally speaking. Not only, look, there are probably other... The points I'm making is that I don't like the fact that you get a Black Lightning, Black Panther. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that rubbish. So when I saw that, I wasn't interested in reading the comics. I'm like, I'm not reading this. Wakanda. The whole thing just felt so contrived to me when I was young. It just felt contrived because I was in Africa. So I'm looking at this, I'm saying, what is this bubblegum popcorn African thing that these guys are trying to do? I'm actually in Africa, so what the hell are you talking about?
I didn't know anything about Black Panther other than this Black Panther in its existence, and every now and again he would cross over into comics that I liked.
Man, look, I couldn't care less about Black Panther. Okay, yeah, the movie came out quite alright, but I have all my issues with the film as well, which I won't go into. Point in case is that now you've got this situation, right, where they were debating about Letitia Wright doing it, and then she got this big controversy because she posted a video about skepticism on vaccines for COVID.
Couldn't find the video.
No, they've removed it. They've removed it now from YouTube. And they also talked about like...
Right, but now I don't know exactly what was said. I only have people's reactions.
Yeah, but the point is that they said that she was transphobic as well. And I'm like, how can
but again, people's opinion of the thing does not necessarily elucidate what the...
I don't agree with anything that they're saying. I'm saying that she posted a video where the man in the video probably, I read a bit of the transcript, and they said that he said some things that could be construed as transphobic, right? Now, what does that have to do with her? Yeah, but look, whatever the case is, it's not like she's posting it because she supports that element of the video. She's posting it because the video is about skepticism about vaccinations for coronavirus. So for you to now look at the video and say that, okay, we're going to pick all the things he said that could be whatever, and we're going to we're going to look at the video, pick all the things that could be X, Y, or Z, and then ascribe it to her, is part of what is wrong with the internet and society in the West in general. It's like, what is wrong with you people?
I agree. I think that her follow-up statements, though, didn't begin to, parse any of it.
What's wrong with the follow-up? Okay, tell me, what was the follow-up sentence? What was wrong with it? Tell me.
I don't know. I didn't read them verbatim. I don't pay close enough attention. But for my money...
She said nothing wrong.
For my money, but I wonder, I don't understand why people have to share every speculative thought that they have in the world. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with asking the kinds of questions she wants to ask. But I was like, why would you retweet such a random... I was like, you in your position, why would you retweet that? Because those aren't your positions. If you don't feel these things with conviction, why retweet this?
I think that she should be able to do that. And people to have a conversation.
And she is able to do that.
Yeah, so, but you're saying that why...
People are allowed to react to it in the way they choose.
Yes, and
you know how people are, and people are idiots and gaslighters, and they just want to come for you, so they're not going to have a nuanced conversation about it. So that's my point, is what are you tweeting this out to accomplish? What is this doing?
She's a human being who had a thought, and she had concerns, and then she saw a video that mirrored some of the things she's thinking about, and she posted it. And she said...
and she's every right to do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I think it would have been wiser for her to just say what her thoughts are, as opposed to... Or keep them to herself. Unless you want to really make a statement. Keep it to yourself.
I don't. I mean, I think... Look, I'm glad she put it out, because it's highlighting the reactionary society that we're in, where people look at the kind of crap, the kind of things people were saying on Twitter. I was like, you people are all sick. These are sickos. Is she
illuminating anything new, though? No.
I mean, look, what's the big deal? She's just listen, you can't, when you're trying to control the narrative so much that you don't want to have any voices that say anything in opposition to what you think, you are the problem. You're the problem. Absolutely. So I'm thinking So what is it that you guys are trying to say? That the only narrative that should be out there is in support of the vaccination. That is what you're basically saying. The only thing we want to hear from anybody is, you see,
the comments are not. They're broad. They're focusing people's comments. People's comments are about anti-vaccine. Are you supporting anti-vax? But they're also all these transphobic. Why would you put this? No.
Listen, that is a strategy. It's a straw man. So what they're doing is that they'll take that part of what he said, like anything he said that was transphobic, and use it to invalidate everything else, and use it to invalidate her. We know what they're doing. It's a child trick. So when anybody who is...
If you want to ask questions about the vaccine, girl, you can do that with ease, with a lot of other things that are... That's what I'm saying. If you want to make a statement, if you want to...
Yes, but listen, what I'm...
do it, and don't just offhand retweet a thing.
So what? Okay, look, so what? She retweeted it. What I'm saying is that she did it. She retweeted it.
Your point is that it shouldn't be a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
And I agree with you. But... if you care about how people react, and if how people react might have an effect on your job or your business, then you should think about that.
Well, Don Cheadle threw her under the bus as well, you know.
Yeah, and I was like...
and I don't know why he did that. I'm like, you know what, that is completely unnecessary. This guy,
I guess he felt like... First of all, he came to her rescue early without watching the video, which I thought was silly, because you should
no, he didn't really come to her rescue. Did you read everything he wrote?
No, he was like, y'all, she might have done... I haven't watched the video.
He said, and if there was any transphobia, he said that you can go at it, have at, let it go, something like that. Basically, almost like, are you giving permission for people to attack her if they feel that she's transphobic? And that's if they feel she is. You're not saying that she is. If you feel that way and she said anything, that go at it. Why would you put that in the public sphere as a co-star? Why would you do that? And second of all, why would you even post something saying bye Leticia? A joke on bye Felicia. Why would you do that?
Did he do that?
Yes. No, I don't care when he did it. The fact that you did it at all.
Yeah, why would you do that?
The fact you did that at all, like, why would you do that? Even if she said the most racist, horrible thing on earth, why would you do that? Call her on the phone. You have a phone number, you have an email. Get in touch with her. Why would you put that in public? Listen.
I mean, he said he was going to deal with it offline.
And do it offline. There's no
conversation on.
You have it offline. There is no need to tell us, hey, I'll deal with it. I'm like, it just felt very, very wrong to me, man. And you know what's so funny? Avengers and Marvel is a big cast. Why are you the only person that came for this lady? Why are you the only one who commented? Because everybody else knows, for sure. Because this is a big thing now. Why?
But initially he tried to come to her defense, didn't
No, but the defense wasn't even a full defense. It wasn't even a full defense. It was with a caveat.
Because he didn't know the facts.
No, but what I'm saying is that even if you didn't know the facts and you came to her defense, just come to her defense. Don't come to the defense with a caveat.
He couldn't do that because they would be like, they would immediately be like, you don't know,
then but even if you don't know
you shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the point is even if you don't.
How he came to her event meant that he had to say another thing afterwards, my friend.
No, you don't. But no, even if you're saying another thing afterwards, you don't say you have permission to go after her. You can say that. You don't say that. That's what I'm saying. That even if you're putting a caveat into your thing, the caveat shouldn't be giving permission to attack somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
So everything that he was, I'm like, look, there is no defense for what he did. In my humble opinion, again, humble opinion, because who am I? There is no defense for what he did. None. Zero.
No, I agree with that.
So anyway, look, we'll see what happens. I think, now, this has now become a thing. I think cancel culture is a joke, and I think everybody who's getting cancelled should allow themselves to be cancelled. Just say, yeah, cancel me. Go ahead. Don't be upset. Don't, apologize or anything. Just say, yeah, go ahead. These people will never learn. They won't learn till you don't care anymore. That is the only way that canceling people will stop, is when you just don't care. It's like, okay, go ahead, guys. Who doesn't want to watch my material? Don't watch it. Who doesn't want to support me? Don't support me. Right ahead. But there is no way that I'm going to be apologizing for anything. Till you have a situation where celebrities or public figures say that, you know what, guys, cancel me. I don't care. Don't watch my material. Don't support me. People, you see, that's the thing with these clowns. When they get no reaction, they'll stop. Because all this is about power. It's about individuals who have no power, who are unhappy with their lives. What?
Stimuli.
Yeah, it's like, my goodness, I have the power to affect Will Smith. I have the power to affect Letitia Wright. All these big stars who I would never have. I can actually get at them. That's all it is. It's a sickness of the mind.
And also, there's this level of satisfaction of feeling like you are with the right crowd. We need to denounce this.
Oh, look, I think yeah.
And so when a thing happens, you want to choose a side and you want to feel good about being righteous in your feelings about a subject one way or another. And it feels good to know that others are doing the same.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
We will.